Wrong button. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Palworld. I'm Phlinger, and today we're going to be discussing some of the things, little tips and tricks that I have learned from my playtime here on Palworld. Now, since the game released, I put in just shy of about 40 hours, and I've been really loving this game. But there's a bunch of different things that I've learned along my journey, just that should help you out a little bit. Now, one of the first things I want to talk about is a lot of these pals, you can actually set it up so where they are completely automating your systems. It's, yeah, it's like, here, let me show you. This right here, the fried eggs. Well, I've got a Firefox right there. You just throw him out, you get him cooking, he'll do his little thing, and you can go off and you can queue up a bunch of different things. Now, you can get a bunch of different little pals that are doing things in your base for you while you're doing other things. It helps out a ton with getting all sorts of different things done at once. Because there's some things in here that'll take they'll take minutes for you to be able to do, but if you just set it and forget it, and one of the pals comes over and they start doing it, then that's just a win-win. There's a ton that you can actually get, you know, done in a short period of time. You just have to have your base set up or the specific pals to be able to do it. That's another thing I want to discuss, is a lot of times when it comes to these pals is pay very close attention to a lot of the different things that they will give you, is because there's certain pals that, especially when it comes to things like the ranch and stuff like that, where you just don't know what they'll give you. But if you have, like, say, an Eevee or a Vixie, and you throw it in here, and she will just go around giving you extra pal orbs just over time. It's like the Chickapee. If you throw them in here, they'll just give you a bunch of eggs right there. He just gave me an egg. Now, and that one right there, since he'll even gather it, he'll pick them up, and then he'll put it away for us. Where all we have to do is queue up the eggs over here from the entire base, and the Firefox will cook them for us. All we have to do is once in a while go over, acquire them, and then, you know, eat them. It's really good. All right, the next one I wanted to talk about is these Daedreams. These guys are actually really, really good. These Daedreams, if you can get, it's the technology that allows you to build this right here, the Daedreams necklace, which you get at level 8. It only requires leather, fiber, and palladium fragments. And then if a Daedream is in your team, it will stay by your side and attack enemies in tandem. Now, with them just being out like this, see, I don't have this one right here is not out. As a matter of fact, the Firefox is the one I have out. The Daedreama, she is just kind of just chilling out, doing her thing. And when we get in combat, she will help us out. Granted, since she's not our primary active one, her attacks will be a little bit slower from what I've noticed, but she will still give us plenty of attacks. She will help out with whatever we have out, so we can throw out our Firefox, let him get damaged a little bit, suck him back in, go to our monkey, let him do his thing, and then slurp him back in. And she will stay there doing damage the entire time. And the one that you have active is the one that gets prioritized by things attacking it. So she's not going to get attacked hardly at all. I've only seen her attacked once when she's like this in 40 hours. So yeah, it's pretty good. But also another thing, and this will probably get patched out eventually, but for now, it completely works. You can actually have multiples out at once. Like right now, we've got 3 just chilling. Now let's go see what kind of damage these guys can do. I'm sorry, Chickapee. We're for sciencing this. See how fast they wasted that guy? Yeah. 3 of these guys, very good. Also, you can team these guys up with a Hookertees that increase the amount of shadow damage that your guys do. And then also, there's another one. These ones right here, the Noxes, they get an ability called Kudir, which is when fighting together applies dark damage to the player's attacks, which is really dang good. So if you have one of these active out, they will do a whole bunch of additional damage, and then just having a Hookertees in your party increases the attack power of Dark Pals, which makes all these guys really good. So if you want to specialize in dark attacks, this is kind of how you do it, and it's really, really powerful, and it's great for taking down a bunch of different things. But yeah, don't go and attack something that is strong against dark, because they will kind of waste you. And on that note, let's talk about the options. Here, there's a very important thing in the survival guide. You go to the survival guide and you scroll all the way down where it says elements. Now, this right here will give you a list of everything that is powerful against whatever. So right now, water is, by seeing from this, electric destroys water, water destroys fire, fire destroys grass, grass destroys ground, ground destroys electric. Well, they deal additional damage to it, and they take less damage from that one. So, while a fire will be strong against ice, it'll also take less damage from ice, which is really, really good. And what also dark, since dark is so easy, it's only good against neutral, ones that don't really have one. So, which are like the humans and stuff like that. So if you're going and raiding a bunch of the settlements, dark is kind of the one that you want to take. It's really good. But don't fight any dragons. Dragons will waste you. Alright, and another note on the pals, pay very close attention to all the different abilities. When it says the partner skill, pay close attention to those, because a lot of them will give you really cool things. Like this right here just increases the attack power of grass pals, which means that our monkeys are going to hit a lot harder. Our dragon up here, the grass dragon, the dinosaur, it'll hit harder. It's really good. And just pay very close attention. There's all sorts of different builds that you can get up to when it comes to the different sorts of pals. All right, now this next one I want to talk about is primarily about the map. Now the map, say if you go out and you go explore a whole bunch of things, one of the best things to do is say if we wanted to head over here because we were curious, we could just set a custom marker right there, and then we can go and we can look for that said marker, and we can just go there. It's really good, and it really helps out with, you know, figuring out certain different areas that you want to do. Now I want to delete this one just because it's in the way, but I figured that was just one of the little lighter things that some people just maybe not have known about. And then also, when it comes around to these fast travel bits, you know, it's really important. Go out, get those fast travel points just so where you can get around the map really, really fast. Now, this right here is my streaming account, my streaming one. So everything that I've done on this is just for streaming. I have another one that I've been doing a regular Let's Play on, which is I've explored a lot more of the map. But this one right here, it's pretty dang good. All right, so this next one I have to talk about involves taming or capturing all the different pals. Go out, capture everything, because that right there is how you primarily get all your XP, is going out capturing as many of the little things as you possibly can, all the way up until you have 10 of each. 10 is where the XP bonus stops, but make sure you get at least 10 of each. And here, let me show you. And this right here, actually, I probably shouldn't have brought you Daedream. Yeah, that didn't help out with this. But yeah, if we were to tame that guy, then he would have given us he would have given us a bit of an XP boost depending on how many of them that we had tamed, all the way up until we have 10. And that is the easiest way to just go out and power level yourself. Get 10 cats, get 10 sheep, get 10 of the penguins, get 10 of the chickens. Make sure you get 10 of everything. Just tame everything, and you will have levels wicked fast. All right, this next one has to do with building, like building your base. You see how I have my base up there? Like that? Yeah, it's pretty. It's up on top of the hill. You can see the hut. You can see everything. This is not a very good base spot. This is actually kind of a bad base spot, but I didn't know that when I was first setting that up. Make sure when you are setting up your base that you pick the flattest, openest area, because your base is gonna need automation. You're gonna want automation. But if you build inside these ruins and stuff like that, your pals, they're gonna get stuck on it. If you build, you know, certain things like this, I didn't know it when I built my Statue of Power right here. My pals are constantly getting stuck right here, especially the larger ones. So make sure when you're setting up your base, pick a spot that is flat. Like right down here. This is a great spot. See, right down that area right there, that is a great open area. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. You can build a really nice base right there. And even further down as well. And then right over here, another good base spot. just remember that everything that when you put down your PAL thing, that it creates the blue area around right here that you can see that your entire base has to be within that radius. But make sure that everything within that radius is as flat as possible. Because if you have sections like this, they'll come down here trying to think that they can go around the base, go up like that, but they can't because they can't climb. So yeah, make sure that when you're going out and you're picking a spot for a base, make sure it's as flat as possible. It will help you out in the long run. This base right here, I'm gonna have to move it, so learn from my mistakes. Pick a flat base. All right, the next one that we're gonna talk about is, well, it comes down to your stats. These things over here on the far right, be very careful when you're setting these up because you cannot respec them later on. So just be careful. Matter of fact, when it comes around, and I'll give you a few hints of as how I did it. Granted, this character right here is only level 14, but like I said, this is just my stream character. So when it comes around to this, I would recommend early on especially, make sure you get your weight up to about 400 because you're going to need it because you start out at 300 and each one gives you 50 points. So just 2 levels in weight, get about 5 levels in stamina just so where when you're gliding, you can glide farther. When you're running, you can run farther. When you're dodging, you can dodge more times. It helps out quite a bit. After that, start pumping hit points just quite a bit until you get, I would want to say about 2,000, maybe about 2,500. And then after that, go back to your stamina and a little bit more on your weight. But that's the way I would level up. And just remember, you can't respec these right now, so be very careful. And when it comes to attack and defense and work speed, you don't need those at all. I've not seen a reason why to level those up at all. You get defense by wearing different types of armor. Work speed, with the automation about all the different pals up in your base, you never need work speed. You can just queue up all sorts of different things, and they'll just craft it for you. So, and it's pretty quick, too. And then attack, I haven't saw a need for this at all. My attacks deal plenty of damage being granted. It may come in, they may patch this where it has a greater effect, but right now, every time you level up attack, you only get 2 points. So this would put us to 102. That's kind of minuscule, especially for the returns that you got on stamina, hit points, and weight. All right, the next one we're going to talk about is when you're getting raided. A lot of the times, you'll just periodically get raided by different pals that are just decide that they don't like you. So they're going to amass an army and come and take you out. Now, it will tell you what kind of pals are going to be raiding you. And say if it's the fangirls, you want fangirls. You want to tame fangirls. They actually have a really good attack that makes it so it gives you and your team life tap, which is really good. It's a lifesteal attack that your attacks and their attacks heal both you and them. It's really good. So you want some of them in your team. But if they were to come up here and they were to attack this, they would have no chance. My pals in this base would waste them right quick. So if pay very close attention when you get raided and to what you're getting raided by, and then come up and put away most of these. Just take them and put them right up in there. So where they're put away, they're stored, they're not going to help out in that fight. It'll give you more time to actually reliably get them. And the stuff in your inventory, the stuff that's on your present team, your active team, they're generally good enough to actually take out most of these guys. Try it out. It's pretty good. And then also, if you're having trouble, you can always just go out and go back to your thing and then put them out, and they'll help you kill everything. So, yeah. All right, but that's an easy way of getting everything to kind of give you a little bit more seconds to tame them, because in the heat of battle up here when you're being raided, yeah, chances are you're going to get wasted, or the different pals that come up here are going to get wasted pretty quick. So you're only going to have a split second to try to tame them. All right, this next one that we're going to talk about is different ones. Like this guy right here, this Phlinger, and also the cat toys right here, and then also the elk. Yeah, I'm going to mispronounce that. The Eichthirdeer. All right, pay very close attention to their stats, because there are different stats that give you different abilities as to how well they harvest stuff for you. It's like this elk right here. He has 2 lumber. which means that he's going to be able to harvest up a ton of wood for you just by himself, just automatically. He's going to do it. And then also this guy right here, he's only got 1 mining, but he also has gathering, which means that he's going to mine and then also deliver it. It's pretty good. So do the Catibas. They're really good as well. Also, there's a turtle over in the main... Wrong button. There's a turtle over in the main part of... Over in the center of the map. Over here, not the volcano. The desert. That has 3 mining. So go over, get one of those. They're really amazing. They're actually probably one of the best miners. And then some of the caves actually have boss ones of those turtles as well, which they're massive, and they're actually kind of comical just how massive they are. It's pretty good. All right, so anyway, that's my tips. I hope this helps you out quite a bit, honestly, and I hope you guys enjoy the game, because this is a great game. It's a ton of fun, and I hope that I can help you out a little bit in your journey. So hey, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. I really appreciate it. If you're new around here, subscribe. Make sure you click the bell while you're here, and until next time, this is Phlinger, and take it easy, everybody. Have a good day.